What's up, everybody? It's pre-draft season. Too much fantasy football. Brian and Brennan here, post NFL draft, and folks, it's officially draft season. It's here. It started. How you doing today?
I'm doing better than after watching the draft. I'm just everyone had the same consensus of just this is just probably the worst draft for Dynasty. If you have pick 107, you are really contemplating just do I just take anything besides these players?
Honestly, I've been about 104 is when I start tilting. If we're being honest,
Not wrong.
it's not great. 102, I think the argument honestly starts there because as we'll get into it, I'm a big quarterback guy, especially in Superflex. I got no problem taking those guys, but here it is what it is. Not the splash that we thought we'd get in the NFL draft. Of course, we had 5 wide receivers go in the first round, 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, and 1 tight end. Modge podge of things happened, but can I just open with, I think 2 of the best drafts were the Browns and the Jets.
Browns had a very good draft, yes. It was so funny for them to take a quarterback. I guess the consensus, they want to try to out at another position, correct? Jalen Green, is that what I heard?
I thought they squished that and they said they were just looking to add to their quarterback room. I did hear rumblings that other GMs were wanting to move Jalen Green, 6th round quarterback out of Arkansas. What is he, 6'5", 6'6"? He's huge.
Yes, super freak athlete.
Huge. Think Anthony Richardson when you think of this guy. Passing, about the same.
But worse. Yeah.
It's not much different here. I thought they had a good draft. Jets, of course, getting 3 first-round picks, trading back into the very end. The Browns got what was regarded as 2 first-round wide receivers for a while. They got 2 wide receivers to fill up. They took the right pick. They took a tackle at the beginning of the draft. They shored up that offensive line. A couple more offensive line picks, like you brought up the quarterback. I think this might be the worst part about being a Browns fan, is sometimes they get it right. Sometimes they get it right, and you get a little bit of hope. You get a little bit of hope, and they trade 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. And yeah,
I mean, I like their draft. I liked the Saints draft. I thought, getting Tyson, getting Bryce Lane. I also like the Eagles draft, getting Kyle Lemon and then Eli Stowers, and then trading basically just extra thirds they had for Grenard, and then sign him immediately. So
Big
I
was I think 4-year, $100 million contract.
4-year, $100 million contract. Yep.
Get some beefed up on that defensive line there because they had a lot of players walk this free agency season. That's the bad part about drafting really well. Oh darn! Could you believe that, having problems drafting well? But you do have to pay the players eventually, and you won't be able to pay them all. So this is how the Eagles stay good. They get comp picks and they flip those picks for more players, which they'll inevitably get more picks for those players, and it's just rolling. It's a great roster run by Howie.
Can we just talk about how there was just no running backs taken worth anything? None in the second round, right?
Price came off in the first round. Us getting a second running back in the first, I feel like was kind of a big shocker.
We were like, ooh, this might be a run. I really thought it was going to be a wide receiver running back run in the second and third round. All right, they just went and traded in, got a 5th-year addition. They valued him pretty high. And then bleh.
Not a single running back that went to the combine was drafted on day 2. Absolutely bonkers.
Day 3 or no. So that's right. Cause it went to Kalen Black to the San Francisco, which is, death taxes, Shanahan taking a running back every year. Hopefully one hits.
Still waiting for that. Jordan James, I guess that's just a done thing.
I did like the Jonah Coleman pick though. Out of the Denver, I was like, okay, this makes sense. And then, it's pick your poison. Really, what you're going to see here in these mock drafts of who do you like?
Yeah, folks, you're going to see our mock draft, and you're going to run into points where you're like, guys, what are you doing? What are you, folks? It's so fluid. When I tell you, I've gotten through the second round of. We're recording this Monday afternoon. I've gotten through 3 drafts where we are through the second round. And when I tell you that first round, I've had some drafts where there's 1 running back taken. I've had some where there's 5 running backs taken in the first round. There was a point in the second round where there was 9 straight wide receivers taken. There is no, this is the Wild West, folks. There are no rules. I wish
In
we
your
started
drafts,
there.
Jeremiah Love has been 101, right? Has anybody taken Mendoza?
You said at 102.
No, has anybody taken Love besides like so 101 has been Love for you, right? Every single
Yeah,
draft. It's
every
not
single
been
draft.
okay. Just wanted to make sure. I haven't seen a draft yet where someone took Mendoza.
I've seen Mendoza anywhere from 102 to 104. It's just kind of a combination of the double T's there on the wide receivers.
Yeah, I it's for me. The two drafts that I'm in, it's consistently gone. Besides one, well, not the other one. Sorry, I should take that back. So it went Love Mendoza and then Love Tate so far.
Oh, okay, I
So
can see that.
all super
Yeah,
flex.
all super flex. Yeah, I only play in the one single quarterback league, and I just got in it because someone paid my first year's dues to hop in and take
I
this
did.
steaming pile of crap that he handed me. I'm sitting there trying to make trades, and like I picked up like 8 wide receivers off or quarterbacks off the waiver wire. I'm like, oh, look at all this! I can flip these for thirds and fourths. No, you do that in super flex. You can't do that here in single
Yeah, I was
quarterback.
wondering why you were doing that. I was like, I wonder if he's going to catch on.
Yeah, I did when I was trying to flip Baker Mayfield, and I started looking at it. I was like, all right, maybe I'm being the dick, and I'm asking for too much for this guy.
Possibly.
But yeah, I digress. Let's head back. Let's get into this mock draft, folks. If you're listening, we'll try and keep you up to date as far as what all we're doing. Otherwise, make sure you're watching over here on Spotify, on YouTube, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. 101, Superflex be damned. We're taking Jeremiah Love, right?
Yeah, I can't think of like I was trying to think like, oh, would it be cute if I could say Carnell Tate or like Jordan Tyson or whatever the case may be. Um, yeah, it's Love. It's hard to not, it's hard to not justify. Like even if you needed a quarterback, like I'm just not a believer in Mendoza, and he's not going to play. It sounds like for the first year. So if you're tanking more inevitably, sure, I guess you can make that argument for taking Mendoza, but you can't pass up on Love. I feel like.
Yeah, if you're going into 2026 100% knowing that you're not competing, I like Mendoza more on the 102, just as far as like retaining the value, just because 2 of these wide receivers we're about to talk about are the backup. Essentially they're the wide receiver on their team. But no, let's go ahead and let's lock it in. Let's put Mendoza here. He deserves to go 102. Look at that
Yes.
kid, the new what do you call him? Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
So this is where
He
the
cusses actually, so take
Oh,
that
I
back.
heard that
I
dropping f
know.
bombs on stage. Do you think that's just him trying to
Right?
lean into being edgy and just trying to not get booed off the stage for saying all shucks?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might be him though. I'm happy he cussed. I was like, all right, so we don't have like a, you know, he's not fully Kirk Cousins just yet.
I saw something. I think it was like all of the social media followings from this class, and Mendoza's LinkedIn is like the 4th highest social media following out of the entire draft class social media.
Oh man, that's funny.
It's wild. So honestly, I'm cool with either direction here. It's between 2 players for me. I guess
Yes,
go ahead and open this up for us at the 103. Where are you taking?
I like Tate. I think him, Dable, Cam Ward. I think it's a good fit. Like, do I think he has like the high? Like, do I think he could be, talked about with like the Amon Ra's, Jeffersons? No, but I think he can be in that later mix. And I think I like Cam Ward. I think they'll mesh well for years to come.
Yeah, a wide receiver 7 to wide receiver like 15. I think he can consistently fall in that category each and every year.
Yeah.
Cool. If we're going there, then we have to put like Tyson and Tate. I've taken both of them in my rookie drafts, and I think it kind of depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for more immediate fantasy points, something starting in week 1, starting with year 1, I take Tate. But if you're kind of open to like kind of a project wide receiver and just shooting for sheer ceiling, I'm taking Tyson here every time.
Yeah. Like, again, should be the de facto wide receiver 1. Calvin Ridley's older. He'll probably slide in that wide receiver 3 role. They gave Wandale money. Like I think Tate's projected to be the guy there. Tyson obviously is going to compete with Olave, Jawan Johnson. And they just signed Etienne, so like he's going to get targets in the backfield. But I do
Bryce
think
Lance
Tyson
coming out of North Dakota State got picked up.
exactly. Yeah, no, I think Tyson, but like Tyson has like the boom factor, so like I would definitely like taking him here.
Any argument about opposed to taking Lemon here at 105?
I'm trying to think. Like the only thing I can say that would maybe deter me to like maybe move to like Sadiq, so to be, was like a tight end premium. Like how much more do I value that? But can we talk about that pick, I guess, for a second? Because I liked Mason Taylor. I was like, okay, like solid player, does a little bit of everything, and then again, they have the luxury pick because we traded for Sauce Gardner, and so I just I'm trying to talk me into him, I guess, if you can.
It's just the sheer upside. It's the
Okay.
possibility. We've got a top. Where he went? He went 16. Yeah,
Yes,
16.
he
Because
went with our
Colts have
pick.
picked
Yeah.
15, 14, 16 the last 3 years.
Hmm.
That's where their pick has been. Not that they picked this year, but yeah, Sadiq. It's just pure upside. Like when you tie in that kind of draft capital with the intangibles he has, I like it. Now, do you have to be able to tell yourself the story of the Jets don't do Jets things? They progress as a team this year. They fire their head coach this offseason. They draft a really, really good quarterback, next offseason. These are the things that need to happen for Sadiq to be good. So if you believe in that, and I guess also, too, if you're, maybe you're going to contend, but you're not a championship contender. Like maybe you're like, all right, I'm kind of on the cusp. Yeah, Sadiq looks a little bit more appealing to me at that point, just because I have that flexibility. But I don't know. I don't want to be anti-Lemon, but he just gives me a sour taste in my mouth. We've seen these slot heavy guys; they just don't.
The dad jokes and not even a father is just outstanding, I swear. No, I'm taking Lemon here. I think, I'm going to ride the wave of like, we're all under the assumption of AJ Brown's gone. It's going to be
Yeah,
Devonta Smith, who is the wide receiver one. Mekhi Lemon slides into that slot role. And, Mannion, I think, from everything we've, heard, it's going to be, forcing kind of Hurts to, throw over the middle.
sidebar. Best
Okay.
ball just opened up today.
Uh-huh.
Where do you, speaking of Mekhi Lemon, how high do you think Devonta Smith is right now?
I hope it's super high because it makes our draft so much more better that we had like the 110 pick. He was going like what, wide receiver 20, right? When we were taking him?
No,
21.
yeah, right around that 20 wide receiver 20 spot.
He's probably at like 14 now. I had to
He was.
guess.
I just did an underdog best ball draft this afternoon. Wide receiver 12.
Oh, it makes me so happy. That was the easiest. That was the easiest like one you could call out. Yeah.
Yo, him and Rashi Rice have jumped up so much in the last month. It's absolutely bonkers. But like, this is like people are reacting quick. That's the plus side about doing best ball. Now that the new tournament's open with the NFL draft, hit it hard over the next 48 hours because ADP won't catch up. I'm telling, like Jonathan Brooks jumped up a round and a half in the draft I was in. Like you got to be on your
So
toes, folks.
excited.
It's
So
happening. It's
excited.
happening. It's here. We're taking Lemon. We're gonna pretend we're tight end premium just to make this conversation easier. I'm gonna take Kenyon Sadiq. I did get one share. I got him at like the 110 in my draft, so I was pretty excited just to get a little taste of a
Mhm.
potential elite tight end. But of course, like I said, I think that a lot of things need to go right before we see consistency even from this guy.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. For me personally, like my next pick here, it's going to be Jadarian Price.
Yeah.
It's you're like if you're picking in this middle of the group, that means like you got knocked on the playoffs early. You're kind of lacking something, and I just think Price is going to play right away. He doesn't have to worry about someone taking his touches maybe till later on in the season because Charbonnet, what was it, Achilles, and what did he do?
ACL.
Or ACL. Yeah, he tore
Yeah.
his ACL in the playoffs. So I think Price is going to be really slept on. I don't know where is he going for you
He's
in the
gone 106 and 107 at every one of my drafts. I haven't seen him
okay.
jump into the 105 yet, but like it's usually him and then Sadiq in most of my drafts I've seen.
I you could talk me into 105 for him too, honestly, over Lemon. Like
Like
if I really needed
same,
a running back. Yeah.
same.
Where did he go in best balls for you? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I want to say he's
Okay.
like mid 20s, mid RB 20s right now. It's
Okay.
shaking up, dude. We gotta
Yeah, I
tomorrow. I
know.
don't know, Wednesday, folks. We're gonna be coming out with another episode just checking out best ball ADPs because, whoo, it's moving. It's moving. Yeah, Jadarian Price. If you are competing, this is the pick I want to take right here in the mid rounds. If he's there, if you're not competing, the Seahawks could take a second round running back next year. Like Ken
They've done it
Walker,
before.
Charbonnet, back to back second round picks. So like, I don't hold a lot of lasting value with Price. I hope so, but like Charbonnet could get extended, and it could be both of them there. And Jadarian Price isn't an outstanding prospect by any means.
Yeah.
Eight. I think this is where how is your team
Just say
constructed?
his name. Yeah, I know you're gonna say it.
You want to do Ty Simpson here?
No, oh, this is super flex. Oh, I forget. No, I think it should be Casey Concepcion. I'm not a fan of him. Um, I just think he's going to be slotted for a bigger role because it's Jerry Judy and who else did the Browns take besides Casey? Remind me again.
Boston, Denzel Boston.
Boston. That's right.
Took him in the
That's going to
second
be.
round.
Yep.
Which Cleveland is pretty good. We were dogging
Yeah.
your offensive pass catchers, and it looks a lot better. KC, Boston, Harold Fannin. You still have Jerry Judy there. Tillman will be a rotational piece. Judy's got to get traded. Come on, just get him out of town. Just don't even let his work or like whatever it is like slop all over those guys. No, I'm cool with KC. I think he's my favorite out of these next row of wide receivers, despite going to the Browns. I'm also open to Ty Simpson, depending on the team you have. This is where that kind of opens up that window for me. Is like 108.
Yeah. God, what a horrible situation. Just like
Worst draft
first night.
Williams.
Yeah. Like, because you go Ty Simpson, then another Ty. Remember, did you enjoy my text when I sent that to you?
I wasn't even looking at my phone at that point. I saw it like 20 minutes later. I'm like, oh, I don't know what this is about because yeah, oh my god, Rams with like 14 straight years of taking a second round tight end.
And he wasn't even like he went before Stowers, right?
I think I don't
I can
remember.
go back and check, but like it
Tripping
was such a
now.
weird pick. It was just such a weird pick. They had so many other needs, and they take a tight end. They're going to be running like five personnel out there. I swear.
Right, they're gonna be like hiking it. It's I hate it. I hate it. So who are we going here with here? Do you want to
I
throw
take Ty
Tyson's?
Simpson. Yeah, I know we were trying to like touch on it, but a weird situation. Clearly, they're thinking for the future. This like obviously everyone goes to the Packers doing this. I think he again taken 13th overall is being taken 13th overall.
Yeah, it's draft capital, Puka, McVay. It's a lot of reasons to stay there. Next up, so I have seen Mike Washington, Jonah Coleman, Nick Singleton. I've seen Eli Stowers. I've seen Denzel Boston. I've seen Omar Cooper. Yeah, all of those. What did I just name? Six players. I've seen all of those go in the next three slots, or amongst
I've
this next
taken
three.
Omar here. I was higher on him. I know it's the Jets. I get it. I liked his tape from college. I think he's in a good spot because Garrett Wilson's on the side of him. Kenyon Sadiq's there. Brees Hall. It actually, the Jets have weapons now. I will
They have
actively. I
A.D.
will say
Mitchell,
that.
poor guy, is going
I
back to
know.
being a wide
It's
receiver
just a
3-4.
nobody. Exactly. So
That stinks. Here, I think I'd rather go Stowers or probably Jonah Coleman. All of these running backs are day three, so you're kind of a shot in the dark. But we know that Denver wanted a running back. They were involved in several conversations with free agents. I They had ample opportunity to take tons of running backs. Maybe they didn't want to reach like they did last year. But who do you want to do?
yeah, I would take Jonah Coleman here. I mean, this is about like this area of like just pick your poison. This is
Yeah.
really what it comes down to.
Cool. Then I'll throw in Eli Stowers as our next one. I've seen him go as late as like 206.
Yeah.
So folks, this don't get pressured by your chat. You get dogged in the chat, you're going
You
to.
have it in a snake, silly goose.
Oh, well, we don't snake here. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh my
Silly
gosh.
goose. There
Silly
we go.
goose. All right, and they keep wanting to turn on that alarm. I don't think so. Next up, who we doing?
I would go Denzel Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was getting mocked in the first round. He got taken early second. That's a good pick for team one. Getting the luxury pick of Jeremiah Love, and then just getting a high upside player.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw out. I went to go say it, but I don't know if I want to. Yeah, screw it. Let me throw out Nick Singleton. Maybe this is just my Pollard bias. I'm still a Tajay Spears guy. Maybe when it comes down to this year, but like I don't know. At this point, the 202, maybe you're not competing, so maybe a running back's not the greatest choice. But fifth round running back, I'm tilting already.
Yeah, I think Tony Pollard's job is in a good position to be safe because I for sure thought like, oh, they'd take like a Jonah Coleman or something like that after they took Carnell Tate, but nope, they feel comfortable with what they're rolling with. I this pick gets weird. It's I would I would go. It sounds weird, but like I'd go like Carson Beck.
Really? This
Like
early,
just
huh?
they seem to like him. It's a third round pick. They talked it up. I mean, like, do you really think Jacoby Brissett's going to play? You have a chance at getting a quarterback who's going to start. I don't know. They talked really highly of
Let
him.
me see how this contract dispute goes with Jacoby. Do they actually give him money? And then I'll be like, all right, he probably gets at least 6 to 8 games. But he's not going to win games. And despite the franchise goal is to lose, it's a brand new head coach. It's a brand new coach, brand new regime they have in there. They're going to want to win some games. So I don't disagree with it. I don't. Day 2 pick.
Because let's just say Jacoby just craps the bet on this contract situation. How much higher will you take Carson Beck as week 1 starter? Like, how much more higher are you going to go?
Not much more.
Okay.
Oh man, that's a rough one. All right, I'm gonna go to Washington for this one. Day 2 draft capital. We got Antonio Williams going to Washington. Rumors are that we're still gonna get Brennen Ayuk. What shape is he in? What mindset is he in? Does he actually want to play? We've been back in our best ball pockets with it, but maybe it's going to be nothing, and Devonta Smith's going to be the one that saves us on that one. But let's go Antonio Williams here. Let's get a was he second or third round? I don't remember right now. I think he was second round.
I think he was second round.
But yeah, tied to Jaden Daniels. Sounds like dope. Sounds dope to me. Next pick.
I'm gonna go with Gurmy Bernard.
Cool.
He higher upside, again, higher capital. It's really going to come down to just like where everybody's at. They took him for a reason. Pittsburgh, just for whatever reason, Pittsburgh knows how to draft wide receivers. They might be a little bit of a head case, but that's okay. Still very good.
Oh man. All right. Next. I don't know why I feel so much pressure here.
If you don't have one, I would take Chris Bell here. That's kind of a layup pick, but again,
I feel like he's going to get replaced. Like once this team gets their head above water in a year or two, they're going to replace him with somebody with more capital.
Again, you're there. This is like the area. Like if you have kept your picks right and you're in this mid range, like someone has to lead this team in targets. Are you confidently saying it's like who can you confidently say I will take a gamble on? It might be this guy who they took with the high end pick.
It feels almost like let's go like Kyle Williams last year. Oh, this team has no weapons, good draft capital. He's got some talent, but it wasn't like a highly touted guy. But he's like the only one there. And I feel like that's the same argument we're making with this. And I'm not saying it can't happen. I guess I'm just tired of buying into that. On that note, Jack Best was one of those I bought into last year a lot because of that reason, despite not liking him. And he came out of the draft unscathed. So I'm already grabbing Jack Best with that 18th overall pick there in best ball drafts. Next up, we talked about this one a minute ago. Oh, no, that's not how I want to do this. We know the head coach likes to do multiple running backs. I understand. It is Ashton Genty's team. He's also undersized. And this coach says he wants to split it up a little bit. He was the most electric back we got to see at the combine with the speed. Let's go Washington here.
Yeah, again, this is a pick where it's just like it's all upside. New offense, obviously if you come back and you see Seattle, ask Ken Walker, drafters like yourself, Brian, how you feel about him.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Who's your next one?
Again, it's super flex. Aaron Rodgers hasn't showed up to town yet.
Oh my god.
I'm not a fan of this guy by any means. Obviously, his college season was shortened with a broken ankle, and Penn State kind of collapsed. Drew Aller, again, he was talked about before, like if we were this time last year or like the year before. Yeah, he was talked about being potential. Him and Garrett Nussmeier as being the top picks. I think McCarthy can work with him. You know, McCarthy has shown he can work with quarterbacks in the past. So again, I'm gonna go Drew Aller here. I know it sounds disgusting, but like that's just where I'm at.
Yeah, a little gross. A little gross. Um, yeah, these quarterbacks, man, they hold value, but I don't know if I'm shooting shots on them. I don't know if I'm doing it. What I am going to do is I'm going to protect, like you said, Ken Walker. Let's protect him. Emmett Johnson.
Yep. I mean, like I go back and I'm looking at like the draft itself, like round two, and I just see I forgot that Jacksonville took Nate Borkircher in the second round. Like who?
Did you hear their
Like
GM explain it too?
I
He's sitting there defending the pick, and I'm like, this kid comes off. I say kid because, look, I'm approaching my mid 30s, but he feels like he's like 10 plus years younger than me. Like, it was just bad. It seemed like the Jags came unprepared, completely unprepared for the draft.
it's
But yeah, I'm not
pretty
taking that
funny.
tight end. I'm not touching him.
My next pick though, I'm gonna go with Zachariah Branch. He was talented. Obviously, the issues are there, but you need a running mate for Drake London, and it could potentially be that. So again, it's all upside I hear.
All right. So you're taking Branch. At what point do we work in these 49er two?
Right now, this is where you should take the Who pick and also the other Who pick.
Yeah, folks, if you didn't see
Dijon Stribling and Kalen Black would be the back to back here because it's just again high end draft capital. We talked about like who could it be, you know, if Mike Evans goes down, like, and they took this guy, so they believe in him.
Yeah, I got quite a few 49er fan friends or just people
Oh, they were
I
all pissed.
unfortunately
I
interact with.
saw no positive reactions to the San Francisco. I think they had the worst draft.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then you then dip this draft of an ice cream cone in just a chocolatey sauce of arrogance when you hear the GM and the head coach talk about, oh no, it was good. I don't, oh, media, oh, you think you guys are good? Actually, the media's pretty good at guessing the top 100 on the consensus board. Like, they're pretty neck and neck with the people. So, like,
There's
are
always
we,
one outlier, but
yeah,
like,
for sure, for sure.
yeah, but not several, like what they're doing over there.
No, like there's data going back on all the players that were reaches and like usually when you reach that much, it's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're coming into the third round here.
This is tight end premium, right? Do we agree on that?
Tight end premium, yeah.
I go Delp from the Saints.
I don't think he would have been the tight end. I didn't realize Michael Trigg went to Dallas. He went
What round did
undrafted.
he go in?
Oh, he went undrafted. I know he didn't get drafted.
Yeah.
Dope. There's a few wide receivers I like here, and I'd probably throw some in. But I think because we are talking tight end premium, let's throw some more tight ends in this group. Cool throwing to Max Clare.
Yeah.
Second round tight
Again,
end.
you could make the biggest argument for every single pick, Brian, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, that makes I don't have like last year we had a pretty like probably up to like 15, 16 picks. We were like, this is how it should go. You know, honestly, like I don't think we'll see a very consensus draft board from anybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull him up just because we have to dig, and I don't have to keep digging. Pull Justin Jolly here, Denver. They kept talking about wanting a tight end. They wanted to bring in somebody. He was about my tight end five ish in this class. There's stuff to like. There's things to like there. All right, yeah. Let's just start filling this bad boy out.
I
Katron
like
Allen.
Elijah Surratt. I like
Yeah,
Elijah
Surratt.
Surratt. Yeah.
See, what's funny is I'm on the other side of that one. I like Jacoby Lane. I
Yep.
like Jacoby Lane. Both of them went to Baltimore,
Both
unfortunately.
went to Baltimore, and both were very, very close in picks. So it's not like,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah, let's throw in Katron Allen, one of the five running backs we're going to see in rotation in Washington, unfortunately. That one's going to be pretty bad. How do you feel about Desmond Claiborne? I did not like him in pre-draft, like this pre-draft process, and he's the one that goes to Minnesota. I think it's a very close, like not much has to happen for him to get rotation into the backfield.
this is very true. I mean, I saw people cutting in my league the other backup for Minnesota. What's his name? Not Aaron Jones. He got
Mason
traded from
Taylor.
San Francisco. Yeah, or no, Jordan Mason. He got cut in one
Jordan
of my
Mason.
leagues.
God, Mason Taylor.
Yeah, he
I've
was.
literally got these two mixed up like 4 times in the last five
Yeah, I
days. Too much
know.
streaming, man. Oh, it's crazy. Oh man. So I also pulled up Ted Hurst. This was one of those dynasty. Everybody loves him kind of a thing. This is my favorite sleeper. I'm going to pound the table for this kid that we all know is going to go in the 5th round. Decent draft capital, but he went to the Tampa Bay Bucks, who are just killing it with wide receiver drafting. So I'm not saying he's not going to be good. He's just going to be buried in 3 years because they're going to draft 2 more superstars. So I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of interest in Hurst.
Here, I'll throw Bryce Lane, or no, sorry, yeah, right,
Lance.
yeah, Bryce Lance. I said Bryce Lane. Yeah, Bryce Lance, who I'd pick here, high upside player.
Chris Brazel. Do I think he's going to be the number 1 for the team? No, it's Tet, but he could be the one that comes in here at number 2. Huge. I don't know how. What you call it? Bryce Young can even see half of his wide receivers. Like, aren't there clouds in between?
He's 6'5".
Yeah,
Like,
all of his and like Jalen Coker's
man.
tall. You got
Yeah, 6'4".
Jadavian Sanders, who is like 6'3", 6'4". Like everybody's
Pet's
huge
6'3". Yeah, oh, man.
except for
the
him.
guy throwing the football.
Yep. You want to throw Kevin Coleman in here, the other wide receiver that went to Miami. Malachi Fields, I wasn't into him. He's going to be like a near the line of scrimmage player. Isn't he the one that got arrested this past week?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
He was
so
had the off the field issues.
There's going to be those. Let's throw Nussmeier in here just so we're naming names people know.
No, I would
Patrick
go like
Mahomes.
Brennan Thomas. That's like that. When I saw that name and I saw the size, I was like, "Oh, that's a Mike McDaniel. That's a pick that he wanted right off the rip."
Wait, with who?
Brennen is how you spell his name. Very weird because obviously mine is Brennen. Maybe I'm the idiot.
All right. Oh yeah. I saw the clip for this one.
Yes.
The really fast player, Mike McDaniel's
Yes.
like, if you're not excited, you're dead or something like. Yeah, Kid's a character. Kid again. He's older than us. Deion Burks is somebody maybe you can look at for. He went to Indy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually like the pick because he had the off. I think he had off field issues, is why he went so late. Trying to think of like who is another guy like. I'm gonna say a name and it doesn't but like again like Eli. Did you have Eli Hendrick already taken? The Navy running back.
Oh no, I
That
didn't.
went
I was
to
saving him
Steelers?
for the very end.
Yep, I would. Again, I'm taking him as a possibility. Like,
Pass catching scat back kind of a kid.
mhm.
There's a couple of guys that are way down here that I'm trying to find. But yeah, he's one of those. Again, Colts fan. I feel like that's all we're boosting up here. But they took a running back here.
Jack Endress,
yeah.
the tight end taken in Cincinnati, is another name I would.
Texas. Yeah.
Yep. Again, you're just throwing darts at this point, and
Yeah, folks. I've noticed it's not as common to have 4th+ rounds in your draft. Seth McGowan for.
yep. Because we don't know who the backup is for the Colts right now. It could be last year's pick. What was his name?
I have
Why am I
too
drawing a
many
blank?
names in my head right now. Yeah.
Smaller guy too. He actually played some games too. Why am I drawing a blank?
Kansas State.
Yes. Why are
Yep.
we awful?
I can't. I don't. It's in there somewhere, but like, I've been so overloaded this weekend with names and stuff. I'm hurting. Yeah. I mean, folks, the rest of these guys, you're shooting shots at. Xavier Thomas, one you can look at. Caleb Douglas. What about Cade Klubnik, the Clemson kid? Did he go to the Jets?
He did go to the Jets. I don't obviously he's an injury away from Geno Smith from being it, so sure, why not? He's probably QB2 because who is actually right now? Who's the other quarterbacks for the Jets?
I want to say it's Bailey Zappi.
It could be.
I don't remember off the top of my head. Diego Pavia didn't get drafted.
Ravens is where he'll be going.
You think? I don't know. He acts like a Chief player.
No, I don't know if you know that he did get invited to go to the camp for the Ravens.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought that was just fill in. Oh, good for him.
Adam Randall, another running back taken.
Oh my God, that's the one that was by Eli. Yeah, I would have picked
Yes.
him way earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam Randall, folks, who also went to the Baltimore Ravens. Damn, how did I forget that one? I did unfortunately
He's
see
so
a video
late.
clip.
He was like a what, 6th-round pick?
So I like him. He's
Exactly.
big. He's big. Do you know too? The owner made this pick. I saw. I think what is it? Eric DaCosta, the
Yeah.
GM for them. He was like, yeah, you know, the owner. He was doing his research. He was working hard, picking out some players, and he's like, he did the work. He did the back end, so we thought we'd let him make a pick. I'm like, damn it! Of course, he makes the pick of one of my favorite late players in this draft. Of course. But not bad, folks. Like you kind of saw, once we got about mid-second round, you're just shooting shots on players that you really like or that fill your roster construction. You know, your tight end premium or your super flex, hit those onesie positions. You need running backs, take some swings. You have way too many picks, pick a wide receiver.
Yeah, I agree. And like each player that you see it through, like, right, we can, like, each one has a story that we can say, like, you know, just for instance, like Lance, the brother for the Saints, like, you know, Jordan Tyson isn't the model of health. Chris Olave isn't a model of health. Like, instantly just getting slotted into a role, like, you can like talk yourself into like what is their situation really? Like, can this?
Did you like Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in last May? No, nobody.
Yeah, like no, yeah, he was getting picked up off waiver wires in all my leagues.
Yeah,
so.
like it doesn't even matter how much work you put into this. As I'm saying this as we're hoping you guys are listening, but like it doesn't matter how much work you can do to an extent because random things just happen and you can't control it. So we're doing the best we can. We're taking our shots, and hopefully y'all are too here with us on Too Much Fantasy Football. Brennen, what else you got for the people?
I've got nothing else. So I would say, like, man, Chris Godwin sounds a lot better than a lot of these picks than we were doing.
I think he's falling. Pretty sure he's falling in ADP.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out. But folks, that's all we've got for you today. If you're looking for us, it's at @too_much_Brian for me. It's at @too_much_BMulk over there, or just at @too_much_FF. If you're looking for us all over the socials, Too Much Fantasy Football. Come watch along on YouTube if you're not already. Like, subscribe down there on the podcast. Leave us a review. It helps us out. We're moving. We've got great stuff, some great guests coming up along the way, but we'll see y'all next time.
Deuces.